So here's just a couple of them that I just had laying around. This is a NVIDIA, or yeah, well, I mean it's a EVGA. I guess the FTW GTX 750 Ti, and then we have the Asus version, which is a little bit smaller, and then we have an HP OEM card, and this is a 1060, but it's got 3 GB. So it's better than all of these, really, for the most part. I could slap that in there. Or I could just say, hey, I really don't care. Here we go. 1 GB DDR3. This is a really old card. Now, I actually have 2 of these, and for some reason, this computer over here with the Z97 in it, had 2 of these in it. I'm not sure exactly what they were doing, but it had 2 of them in it. Identical cards. One of them is actually in one of the old Dell computers. Put it in the old Dell computer because it didn't have HDMI. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not like. It's like I have all this stuff laying around. I really. Okay, this computer here. I don't think I'm gonna use it anymore. So like, I really should probably just take everything out of it. In fact, I should probably just sell it. It's another i7 6700, and it's like not really anything all that important. I don't really need it. I don't know. Trying to make a decision here. I mean, if I was moving, I would get rid of it. I wouldn't keep it. What I really need to do is take the card out of here and put the better card in this one. This is another MSI. I think this is the one that's white. I think it's either a 740 or a 760. It's a different card. It's in that ballpark. And then the other case, the half 920. I just need to put a card in that. Like, it doesn't matter what card that goes in that thing. That thing draws a lot of power no matter what, because it's an old like 2nd gen i7. But it's still a very capable computer. The thing is, I really need to just not be hung up on like how much power something draws. I mean, but if you got 4 or 5 computers drawing 150 watts, you have an air conditioner running. And I don't know if you realize how much that would do to your power bill, but you'll probably see a $30 to $50 increase around here if you're running that many things. So it does add up after a while. So it is good to be mindful of things like that. Old TVs that are on all the time that draw a lot of power, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to come up with useful ideas and not have stuff laying around. So I guess I don't know what to do with this thing. If I had a purpose for this thing to run all the time, I just kind of put it in rotation to play around with it, and so that's why it's even out here in the first place. So we're going to pull these 2 cases up here and see what's in them. I know this one has a really good video card, and this is probably my most powerful computer. It's probably the one I should be using. This one here is a Z87. I don't know if there's a card in it or not. But, anyway, I need to take a look at these. This thing just draws a lot of power, and it doesn't have integrated graphics. It's I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad, PC, but I have another computer that runs pretty much about as fast. Draws about half the power, so I'm like, I don't know. I mean, is it really that important, or is it not? Or, or is it more important than I am giving it credit? That's really the real question. But this thing draws like 150 watts all the time, no matter what. It's like a server, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't really need much to do what I do. I mean, this little thing here, I could run this thing with 8 gigs of RAM. It'd probably get me by. And I got like some of these other computers with like 32 gigabytes of RAM. Well, granted, they are DDR3, but they're still i7s and things like that, i5s. Most of this stuff, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's just all like kind of prehistoric crap at this point. I mean, like out of this mess here, this thing here is probably the best, more efficient, more RAM, DDR5. These are, I guess this one is GDDR5. But I don't know. You know, I mean, this one's really old. In fact, this one's not even supported anymore. You just have to use generic drivers. But it's also DDR3. I think this is like from about 2008 or 9. Not really sure. Man, look at this. This just gets more and more interesting. The EVGA. This is the 760. $29 they charged me for this card. Now, if I would have known what I was doing, I probably wouldn't have bought it. This particular machine is the ASRock Z87 Extreme 4. This board has BIOS problems. Common issue with these. And this one, that's why it came to me. I was able to fix the BIOS, but I'm not sure that it's really a computer I would trust. You get double DVIs, a display port, and DVI on the 760. The board itself has a DVI and a regular connector, display port, HDMI in, HDMI out. 60 really was a nice setup at its time. Really cool, I think. But I've never really had any other machines before. This is the first one I've had. And I think it's got just some kind of Linux running on it. So, yeah, there's no reason for me to pull that card out of there. And what happened was, so they get these things donated, and they put a price on this, and they put a price on that. They decide, let's pull the video card out of here. Let's pull the RAM out of here. And let's just sell this thing piece by piece. And sometimes they get really crazy with it. But usually what he does is he pulls that. So the computer was $19, and I paid $29 for the video card. And that's probably the one that came with it. So we're not going to screw with that. We're going to leave that alone. That was somebody's build. That's how they did it. And that card it requires quite a few plugs. So I don't have other cases that have enough of these to support that. I do actually have some more of these plugs, but I'd love to be using this thing for something, man. Like, here's the thing. I need to stop going to the thrift store because I save everything and, buy this stuff because it was cool, But actually, lately, there hasn't been anything like this popping up whatsoever. Because I was hoping to find another case with all this kind of headroom that this one has. And then I could put, fans in it. See, this one here is designed to have fans. Or you just cover it up with this piece. But it's got... I don't know, 120 millimeter fan in the front there, and the one back here. And I think that's the classic setup. One in the front, one in the back, and then your power supply, basically sucking air in from the bottom and blowing it out the back. So this is a cool computer in case I need parts for something, I don't trust the motherboard. The RAM came out of the other computer that has now been taken apart. In fact, this board should probably be pulled out of this case, and I should probably replace the Z87 with the Z97. And that one came with another Corsair case, and I think that is one of the ones that had a 750 Ti in it. And I'm not 100% certain. So, but basically, I have about 5 towers, I think. I got these 2 over here, and I've got these 2 over here, and I plan to use this one, and this one, that one, and this is I've had 2 of these for a while. This just looks like crap, but it's a 6700 i7. It's DDR3 still. So it's basically the same thing as this, but DDR3. And it has like 32 gigabytes. But these are all, for most people, these are just too old. But for me, they're great. They work perfectly fine for streaming, video editing, all that kind of stuff. And this one right here just runs my radio and SDR Play. And I found that I tried to use smaller, shitty computers, and they kind of start to suffer. So this thing actually is a MSI Dragon Z97. So I have two or three of the Z97 computers. I really like them. They really do seem to work well. So I'm not going to change that. So this one I want to put back up here. This is a i5-8400. I do want to change, I think, the RAM card out of it. My goodness, there is a $34 price tag on that video card. I honestly do not remember paying $34 for a video card. But it means that one of the other computers that I bought, most likely, was missing the card. I don't think it was this one, though. I think this one was $34 for the computer. It was right at the end of the year, 12/30. And I believe this one had everything in it, including 2 solid-state hard drives, but it had a boot issue. And I pulled everything out of it, so it doesn't even have the same board anymore. This was the Z97 board. And that board was the one when you would go to restart, it would take forever for it to restart. But from a cold boot, it would boot up in like 30 seconds or less. But if you hit restart, it would take like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes sometimes. So I decided to just pull it out of there, use the case. I wanted the case. I wanted something to put the colored fans in there. So this is kind of my current build. So I'm going to pull the video card out of here, and I'm going to get the other XFX out of the 299 Aorus computer, and it's an RGB video card. I'm going to put it in here, and we'll do that here in a little bit, actually. So probably the next time I put it up on the table here, I'll be back on the video, and it'll be there, and the other one will be elsewhere. Okay. So we pulled this card out of here. This was $19. This massive beast of a computer. And we just have a single card in here, but you're supposed to have more than that. I don't want you to run a single. It has 8 slots. You would think it was a server. So 2 fans in the front, 1 in the back. I believe I added that fan. And I don't remember now. As I recall, there was no fan back here, because you can see I put the price tag is on here. So this is a fan that I bought at Goodwill. So this actually didn't have a fan there. So this thing here, I think it just had two right here in the front. And then it had like one there. Kind of a weird spot. I think I scooted it over. And I think it was back over here. This is another computer I will probably deal with at a later point in time. But it's got a nice cooler on it and all that stuff. Somebody put some money into it. It's got a Redux. This nice cover that goes over the power supply. So anyway, we'll pull this out of here. I don't remember what this one's rated at, but it's the best card that I have. And I forget what it is. It's not a NVIDIA. It's a let me see here. It's a Radeon RX 480 8GB D5 triple X LED RX 480. I don't know. So I guess it's an RX 480. So this is going to go in our other build because this is like crazy. 8 GB. Damn, dude. It's a big card, but I bet you it's more efficient than all these. Look at that. I'm probably going to make a couple of other changes too. If I have the cables that I need, I'm probably going to put this card. This is I don't know how this thing got damaged. I bought it like that, but it works. I was like, dude, I don't even know if I want to buy this. This thing was like really cheap, like $9 or something. Somebody broke that connector, the 6-pin connector, but it works. So I would like to put that in my streaming computer. I think I have this in something similar to this in the streaming computer because I needed a card that didn't need a plug for extra power because the power supply, the EVGA power supply, didn't have any of the extra wires to run a GPU. And now that I have the extra wires, I can put a GPU in it. So, and that will be the machine behind me with the i7 6700. It was originally an i5 from a television production studio, something like that. And it's like a 2014 or 15 Asus board that runs DDR3 on a 6700 and a 6500 originally. So when I got it, it was missing the video card, and maybe it never even had one. I don't know. It says on it what it is. It says Phoenix 1421 AVPROD Audio Video Production 2, and then there's the IP address 172.25. So I don't know what they had going on, but I got 2 of these racks. The other one's over here. And one of them had a bad motherboard and one of them didn't. So anyway, I'd like to put a better video card in there so I can do my stuff, because I don't know what's in it. I'm trying to think of what's in it. Maybe a gigabyte little one that looks like this.
An announcement for the Blue Mountains.
Good Lord. Now I forget what this one is. We'll find out here in a second. And I think I have enough of these to run stuff. I think one of them I didn't have enough. But I think this is another MSI card. This is the white one that I looked up on accident the first time. This is going to be from the other computer, I think. I don't know. And this one says, warning, the most powerful graphics card MSI. What was I thinking? Okay, what is this? This is a... Oh, no, this is a good one. The 1060. Oh. Jeez. Okay. No, this is a good card. I didn't realize this was a 1060. Okay, that's why I bought it. Yeah, it's a 1060. I would guess it's got 6 gigabytes. But we're going to go up a step further, I think. So, I got to look this one up. I got to look this one up. Alright, this is going to be cool because those fans match those fans now. There's no other RGB in this other than that, though. Like my other one has RGB in the thing. So this is cool. This is starting to shape up to be a little bit more. I bought this board, I think, for $24. It had the i5 8400 and nothing else, just the board in a box with a manual. And it was a box from a newer board. You could tell they replaced this board. This is the board from like 2020. 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. And so somebody replaced it and just upgraded it and donated it in a box, which was really cool. I love it when people do cool stuff like that. This thing's a little bent right there. Anyway, we're just gonna get connectors over here. Come on, man. Let's see. What do we need? We need 4 for this one. I just kept trying to put the damn thing in backwards. I'm like, it won't go in. What the hell? I need to get the NVMe in this one. Probably. Pull it out the other one. Lord. But there's 2 SSDs over here, though. They're hidden in here. Some Samsung drives. I don't know what's up with that NVMe and the other one. Like, it goes into kind of a boot loop. But, I don't know. It's definitely really fast booting up. That's for sure. But I'm not really concerned with that. I want something that just has computing power, graphics power. And I need to get more RAM for this. That was the RAM that I'm waiting on to show up. That was supposed to be here last Wednesday, and it ended up going to Florida. And let's see. It should have already been back in this state, but they're telling me that, it'll be here between the 24th and the 27th. However, UPS on their tracking says 3 p.m. between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 28th. And it also says you cannot expect an update until Tuesday. I really don't know what's up with that, but that is absolutely ridiculous. But okay, I need the RAM. I've got another stick of Patriot DDR4 3200, and it's like a 16 gigabyte stick for $24. It's that one that says Viper on it. I have one other stick in the other computer, and I want it to match, and I'm not going to buy it from eBay, and I don't know where else I would actually buy it. So I've already paid for it, so I'm just going to wait for it to show up. Those 2 sticks will go into here, and I'll have 32 in this one. And I'll just use 2 of the 4 slots. And I'll take this 8 gigabyte stick and do something else with it. Put it in one of the other machines. I've got a bunch of other stuff that doesn't match. And they're all like 2400, 2600, something else, 2800. I don't know what it is, 3200. So, even with different brands, they're all different speeds. So I wanted to make sure I had 2 matching sticks in here, so the thing could run in dual channel. And some guys were saying, hey, you're better off to have one really big stick and not run dual channel. I'm like wondering, how the hell does that actually apply? But anyway, let me get the cover back on this, get the other thing out of here, get this thing on the shelf, and let it boot up the drivers and all that good stuff for this video card. Before I put the case on this, there was one more thing I wanted to do. I want to swap this fan out. I'm going to have to open the front. These Corsair fans are kind of noisy. And I've got one of those Be Quiet fans. I'm just going to put it in there and see if it's a little quieter. All right. About ready to put that thing up there. All right. We've got this over here. So you can see here the XFX card. Get these fans that change. I just need to change the fan in here. We're going to need to push delete to run the BIOS. It knows that there's a change, so. Took a little while to boot. And now we got to go in here and get all the updates and all that crap. We can see the resolution's wrong. But that shouldn't be too hard to do. I usually... that's weird. Did I pull the hard drive out of this thing or something? The problem with this thing is there's 3 hard drives in it. And I'm pretty sure they all had Windows on them at some point in time. There's no reason it should be setting up my mouse. This MSI mouse. Okay, anyway. Let's go here and check for updates. And it's going to find a bunch, probably, like usual. But we need to let Windows get the driver for the video card. Advanced micro devices. Advanced micro devices. There's an update and also that stuff. So AMD, Radeon. It's strange why the mouse is just now updating. So this is going to be just my regular computer, and this is the one I've been using for a while. We'll be putting 16, 32, 64, something like that in it, of RAM. And then I've decided I'm going to pull the other 2 computers and upgrade the video cards in them with whatever I can, because I've got extra cards. I've got the wiring kit for the EVGA power supply. If it doesn't work, I'll change the power supply in my main computer, so that I can put a video card in there, because with OBS Studio and all that stuff, it would be good to have a card in there. I think there's a card in it, but I honestly cannot remember for sure. So this thing is almost done here. And I'm almost done here because it's like almost 3 in the morning. So, well, again, stayed up too late fiddling with computers. But, I mean, it's fun. So, anyway. And we have an error. We can't install some of the updates because other updates are in progress. We will try installing them later. Interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to restart this thing several times. And it's just not going to be all that exciting. So, thanks for watching. And stay tuned.